Happy Thursday. And what makes you feel disconnected? Like, when do you feel disconnected in life? Either at work or in relationships, or maybe even from God? What's usually going on to feel disconnected? And are there certain things that maybe we do that really feed into feeling disconnected, to being disconnected? And kind of, how do we evaluate those? Like, do we say no more, or are we like, no, this is the way it's going to be for now? So for today, I've got Psalm 88, verses 4 through 9. I'm considered as one of those plummeting into the pit. I am like those who are beyond help, drifting among the dead, lying in the grave like dead bodies, those you don't remember anymore, those who are cut off from your power. You place me down in the deepest pit, in places dark and deep. Your anger smothers me, and you subdue me with it, wave after wave. You've made my friends distant. You've made me disgusting to them. I can't escape. I'm trapped. My eyes are tired of looking at my suffering. I've been calling out to you every day, Lord. I've had my hands outstretched to you. So the psalmist here is in a rough patch, right? We can hear it, right? The psalmist is suffering at the moment, and the psalmist places that blame upon God. And it's interesting because the psalmist here feels disconnected from friends, feels like there's absolutely no point in life, feels like they are absolutely helpless, and they're plummeting down into the pit. And it's kind of interesting to think about that sometimes we kind of get in this mode that our perspective maybe of particular situations, or of even kind of our habits or practices, maybe helping us feel disconnected instead of reconnecting ourselves. And so it's almost like the psalmist is like, well, nobody else reached out to me, so they're distant, they don't like me, it must be because God doesn't like me. Where instead, it's kind of the psalmist's perspective that is disconnecting. It's the psalmist's own actions and interactions, and what the psalmist is repeating to oneself over and over again. And so to really take stock of that, of if we are feeling disconnected, are there particular things that we're doing to make that worse than what it is? And then what are some new practices that we could take up that actually help alleviate that sense of being disconnected? Who do we need to reach out to? Who do we need to pick up the phone and call? Who do we need to text message? Do we need to have a conversation with God? What are the things we need to do so that we don't quite feel so disconnected? What are the things that are disconnecting that we really need to set aside this day? Pray with me. Oh God, we are in a time where feeling disconnected can be so easy. Our world is in upheaval. Our day-to-day has been messed around with, and we're just trying to find our way. Help us, oh God, to figure out what are the things we do that facilitate and feed into this sense of being disconnected from one another, and help us to take on new practices, help us to try different things so that we might be able to reconnect. We might feel a deeper connection to you, oh God, and to those around us. Help us this day to cultivate, to strengthen the connections. Amen. Have a good one.